Have you ever woken up feeling like your skin is telling stories you didn't want to hear? Those stubborn dark spots that seem to multiply as the years go by? It's a quiet worry many of us share, something we notice in the mirror but often shrug off as just part of getting older. But what if I told you those spots aren't just about age? What if there's a simple, natural way to help your skin heal and glow again while you sleep? Most of us overlook how deeply our skin changes with time and how little attention we give it until those marks start to affect how we feel about ourselves. In this video, I'll share a gentle nighttime remedy using castor oil that has helped many seniors brighten their skin safely and effectively. Stick around, because this easy habit might just change your mornings for the better. If you are not subscribed, subscribe and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now, let's begin. It's a familiar scene in so many homes, one that plays out quietly in the soft morning light. You walk to the bathroom, splash your face with water, and as you raise your eyes to the mirror, you notice them, small, dark patches dotting your cheeks, your forehead, maybe even your hands. Some are as faint as a tea stain on porcelain, others more defined, like tiny islands you hadn't noticed before. Perhaps you sigh and chalk it up to another mark of wisdom, another badge of experience the years have given you. Maybe you gently touch one with your fingertip, tracing its outline as if searching for a memory hidden beneath your skin. If you're like most people, especially those of us over 65, these spots aren't new. They often seem to multiply overnight, as if they're quietly following you through time. But let's be honest, while some may say these are just age spots, there's often a quiet frustration behind that acceptance. Maybe you remember a time when your skin was even, glowing, and you didn't give a second thought to the color of your cheeks or the backs of your hands. Maybe you look at old photos and notice the difference. It's not vanity, it's a desire for familiarity, for the comfort of seeing yourself as you remember. Yet, in the rush of daily life, many people shrug off these changes as normal, something that happens to everyone and therefore not worth worrying about. You might hear friends say, "Well, I'm old now, of course I have spots," or "My grandmother had them too." It's just life. Aging indeed brings changes we all expect, aches and pains, slower mornings, a little more forgetfulness here and there. But dark spots? They're not just about growing older, and they certainly aren't something you have to ignore. And here's the real question. What if what we've always believed about these spots isn't entirely true? What if, instead of simply accepting them as inevitable, we started to ask why they appear, and whether there's something gentle, natural, and truly effective we can do about them? It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking, this is just the way it is. But what if it isn't? What if you had the power to change the way your skin looks and feels, regardless of your age? Let's take a closer look at what's going on beneath the surface. When we're young, our skin is naturally full of collagen and elastin. These are the two main proteins that keep our skin firm, supple, and resilient, like the foundation and springs of a comfortable mattress. Collagen is what gives your skin its structure, helping it stay plump and smooth, while elastin lets it bounce back after being stretched or compressed. Think of how a child's skin snaps back after a pinch, or how quickly a scrape heals in your grandchild compared to you. That's collagen and elastin working at their best. But as we age, the production of both these proteins slows down. Our bodies, like a well-loved car, don't always run as efficiently as they once did. The natural repair mechanisms become sluggish, and the skin starts to lose its thickness and elasticity. It becomes thinner, more fragile, and more prone to showing the effects of time and environment. What once was a small blemish can become a stubborn mark, lingering longer than we'd like. Add to this the decades of sun exposure, those long afternoons spent gardening, walking the dog, or enjoying a family picnic. UV rays are one of the biggest culprits behind dark spots, known in the medical world as hyperpigmentation. Even a lifetime of careful sun habits can leave its mark, as the skin's ability to recover from UV damage lessens over the years. Each time the sun touches your skin, it sends a message to special cells called melanocytes, which produce pigment. Over time, these cells can become overactive in certain areas, leading to clusters of pigment, the dark spots we see. But it's not just the sun. Hormonal changes play a significant role, especially for women. Many notice more spots appear after menopause, when estrogen levels drop and the body's delicate balance shifts. Add to this environmental stressors like pollution and lifestyle habits. Maybe a few decades of smoking, maybe not always getting enough sleep, or years of emotional stress, and the skin's barrier can become compromised. This makes it even easier for discoloration to set in and stick around. Now, before you start feeling overwhelmed or discouraged, here's something important to understand. Just because these changes are common doesn't mean they're unavoidable. And more importantly, you don't have to turn to harsh chemicals or expensive treatments to see a difference. The skin, even in its later years, has a remarkable ability to heal and renew itself, if we give it the right support. This brings us to a simple but powerful question: is there a natural way to help your skin fade dark spots and regain some of that old glow, without irritation or risk? For many seniors, the idea of adding one more miracle product to the medicine cabinet is exhausting. Many commercial creams and serums promise fast results but come with a long list of ingredients, potential side effects, and a hefty price tag. What if instead, you could use something pure, time-tested, and incredibly gentle? That's where castor oil comes in, a remedy as old as time, with a long history in both American households and folk medicine around the world. You may remember your mother or grandmother keeping a small bottle of castor oil in the bathroom cabinet, ready for everything from dry skin to joint aches. But what makes castor oil special when it comes to fading dark spots? Let's explore the science in simple, everyday terms. Castor oil is derived from the seeds of the castor plant, and its magic lies in its unique composition. The oil is rich in ricinoleic acid, a fatty acid that gives it extraordinary moisturizing properties. When applied to the skin, castor oil acts like a deep drink of water for thirsty cells, soaking in and creating a protective barrier that keeps moisture locked in. For aging skin, which often loses hydration easily, this is a game changer. But hydration is only part of the story. Ricinoleic acid is also known for its soothing, anti-inflammatory effects, helping to calm irritation and reduce redness. As we get older, our skin can become more sensitive, not just to products, but to temperature changes, wind, and even the mildest soaps. Castor oil helps restore balance, keeping the skin comfortable and resilient. Now, here's where it gets interesting for those stubborn dark spots. Castor oil's rich fatty acids support the skin's natural healing process by encouraging the production of collagen. Remember collagen, the mattress springs of your skin? By supporting collagen, castor oil helps your skin rebuild and repair, gradually reducing the appearance of marks and spots. Another key benefit is improved blood circulation. Gentle massage with castor oil encourages better blood flow, which means more oxygen and nutrients reach the skin's surface. Over time, this increased nourishment helps new, healthy cells replace the old, damaged ones, leading to brighter, more even skin tone. But perhaps most importantly for seniors, castor oil is remarkably safe. Unlike some bleaching creams or chemical treatments that can burn or thin the skin, castor oil is gentle enough for daily use, even on the most delicate areas. It doesn't sting, it doesn't peel, and it won't leave your skin feeling raw or exposed. Of course, no solution is complete without a practical plan. If you're interested in giving castor oil a try for dark spots, the process couldn't be simpler. All you need is a small bottle of pure, cold-pressed castor oil, something you can find at most drugstores or online. Before bed, cleanse your face gently, then take a few drops of the oil and warm it between your fingers. Dab it onto the dark spots or any area where you notice uneven pigmentation. Massage it in with slow, circular motions, letting the oil soak in as you unwind for the evening. There's no need for complicated routines or expensive gadgets. Just consistency, a few minutes each night, and a bit of patience. And if you want to boost the effect, you can mix the castor oil with a drop or two of vitamin E oil or even a little coconut oil. Both have their skin-loving properties and blend well with castor oil, giving you an extra layer of nourishment. For those who feel hesitant, maybe you've tried other home remedies before, only to be disappointed. Let me share a short story from someone who walked this path before you. Margaret, a retired teacher from Ohio, spent years covering up the brown spots on her hands with foundation and long sleeves. She felt self-conscious shaking hands at church or passing out holiday cards. At the suggestion of her daughter, she began using castor oil every night before bed. The ritual became a quiet moment of self-care, a way to honor her body's journey. Within a few weeks, Margaret noticed her hands looked softer, her spots lighter, her confidence quietly growing. She still smiles when she tells people, "It's nothing fancy, just a little kindness for my skin." So as you consider your reflection in the mirror, remember, your skin tells a story, but it doesn't have to be a story of loss or resignation. Each day is a new page, and with the right support, your skin can find its gentle renewal. Castor oil isn't a miracle cure or a promise to turn back time, but it is a simple, affordable way to care for yourself, one that respects your body's wisdom and helps you feel more at home in your skin. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. You've weathered a lifetime of changes, joys, and challenges. If you're ready for a small, soothing change that could make a real difference, why not give castor oil a try? It's never too late to care for yourself in new ways. Your skin is your lifelong companion. Show it a little extra kindness, and see what happens. There's a special comfort in having a nightly routine, a quiet moment to wind down, take care of yourself, and let the busyness of the day melt away. For many of us in our golden years, these evening rituals become more than just habits. They're little acts of self-love that remind us our well-being still matters, no matter our age. And when it comes to caring for aging skin, sometimes the simplest routines are the ones that bring the most lasting joy. If you're tired of looking in the mirror and seeing those dark spots, each one a stubborn reminder of sun-soaked summers or the slow march of time, maybe it's time for a new nighttime ritual. Instead of reaching for another expensive cream or complicated gadget, why not try something gentle, pure, and remarkably effective? The answer could be as close as your local pharmacy shelf: pure castor oil. Let's walk through exactly how to prepare and use a castor oil paste at night, so you can wake up to fresher, brighter skin, and maybe even rediscover a little extra peace at bedtime. What you'll need: just a few simple ingredients. You don't have to overhaul your bathroom or spend a fortune on supplies. To start your castor oil routine, all you need are a few easy-to-find items. A small bottle of pure, cold-pressed castor oil. Look for one labeled 100% pure or cold-pressed, which means it's minimally processed and free from additives. Optionally, you can add a few drops of vitamin E oil or coconut oil. Both can be found in the skincare aisle or online, and each brings a little something extra. Vitamin E is loved for its antioxidant power, while coconut oil is famous for its deep nourishment and softening effect. These ingredients are gentle, safe for most skin types, and simple enough that you won't have to worry about complicated instructions or harsh chemicals. How to mix your nighttime paste. Now that you've gathered your ingredients, let's put them together. This isn't chemistry class. No fancy beakers or scales required. Just a teaspoon and a steady hand will do. Start with 1 teaspoon of pure castor oil. Pour it into a clean, small dish or the palm of your hand. Add 2 to 3 drops of vitamin E oil or coconut oil, if you're using them. You can use either one, or even both, but don't feel you have to. Plain castor oil works wonders on its own, too. Mix gently with a clean fingertip until the oils are blended together. The mixture should feel smooth, thick, and comforting, almost like a luxurious balm. Setting the scene. your nightly skincare sanctuary. Before you apply your homemade castor oil blend, take a moment to create a calm, relaxing environment. Turn down the lights, put on a favorite song or gentle background music, and permit yourself to slow down. This is your time, no rushing allowed. Begin by cleansing your face with a mild, fragrance-free cleanser and warm water. Pat your skin dry with a soft towel. Cleansing not only removes the day's dirt and oil, but also prepares your skin to absorb all the nourishing benefits of the castor oil paste. How to apply? Gentle and mindful. With your face freshly washed and your oil mixture ready, it's time for the best part, application. Dip a fingertip into the castor oil blend and gently onto the areas where you see dark spots, age spots, or any uneven pigmentation. If you like, you can smooth a thin layer over your entire face. The oil is gentle enough for most skin. Massage the oil in with slow, circular motions. Take your time. Enjoy the feeling of your hands moving across your skin. This isn't just about skincare. It's about giving yourself a moment of kindness, recognizing the wisdom and beauty your skin holds. Be careful around the eye area. The skin here is especially thin and sensitive, so avoid getting oil too close to your eyelids or lashes. Let the oil absorb fully. It might feel a little rich at first, but that's normal. Castor oil works its magic overnight, soaking into the skin's deeper layers. If you're someone who enjoys wearing a little moisturizer at night, you can apply a light, non-greasy moisturizer over the oil after a few minutes. But many people find the oil itself is more than enough. A few gentle tips for success. If you have very sensitive skin or you're prone to allergies, try a patch test. First, dab a small amount of the mixture on the inside of your wrist and wait 24 hours. If there's no redness or irritation, you're good to go. Make sure your pillowcase is clean and changed regularly, as oils can transfer overnight. Cotton pillowcases are best for letting your skin breathe. If you have arthritis or difficulty with dexterity, consider asking a loved one to help with the application. It's a wonderful way to invite a little closeness and care into your nightly routine. Waking up to brighter days. In the morning, you'll find your skin feels soft, plump, and deeply hydrated. Simply rinse your face gently with lukewarm water, using a soft washcloth if you like. There's no need for harsh scrubbing. The oil should come off easily, leaving your skin ready for a new day. You might not notice dramatic changes overnight. Real healing takes time, especially for mature skin. But if you stick with this routine, applying your castor oil paste every night for at least 3 to 4 weeks, you'll likely begin to see subtle but meaningful improvements. Dark spots may fade, your complexion may look brighter, and you may rediscover a sense of comfort in your skin. Why does this simple routine work so well? The answer lies in the science of skin repair. Castor oil's main fatty acid, ricinoleic acid, is a natural moisturizer that supports the skin's healing process from the inside out. By locking in moisture, soothing inflammation, and encouraging new cell growth, castor oil helps your skin repair itself while you sleep, the body's natural time for renewal. Adding vitamin E or coconut oil provides extra antioxidants and nourishment, giving your skin even more tools to fight off the signs of aging. These natural oils work in harmony, delivering everything your skin needs without harsh additives or synthetic chemicals. A story of simple change. Ruth's journey. Let me tell you about Ruth, a retired nurse from Florida. Like so many women her age, Ruth found herself frustrated by the dark spots that began appearing on her cheeks and hands. She tried prescription creams, over-the-counter solutions, even a few spa treatments recommended by friends. But everything seemed too harsh, too expensive, or just didn't work. Then her granddaughter, Sarah, gifted her a small bottle of castor oil with a note, "For your beautiful skin, try it at bedtime." At first, Ruth was skeptical. Could something so simple make a difference? But Sarah was persistent, so Ruth gave it a try, following the nightly routine just as we've described. The first thing she noticed was how soft her skin felt each morning. No dryness, No tightness, just a comfortable, healthy glow. After 3 weeks, the dark spots on her hands had begun to lighten, and her confidence grew. The routine itself became a special time each evening, a gentle pause, a way to honor her body and reflect on the day. Now, Ruth shares her story with her friends at church, encouraging them to try castor oil for themselves. She smiles when she says, "It's the simplest thing I've ever done for my skin, and it's the one that finally worked." Encouragement for your journey. If you're feeling hesitant or unsure, remember, the journey to healthier skin doesn't have to be complicated or expensive. Sometimes, all it takes is a return to the basics. A little oil, a little patience, and a little faith in your body's natural wisdom. You've taken care of so much in your life. It's time to let yourself be cared for, too. So why not give this gentle routine a try? Each night, as you apply the castor oil paste, think of it not just as a beauty treatment, but as a gift to yourself, a promise to cherish your well-being. Over the weeks, as you begin to notice small changes, a brighter tone, softer skin, a fading spot here or there, let them remind you that every stage of life has its kind of beauty. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. If you stick to this nightly habit, you'll give your skin the chance to heal and renew. Patience is key. Your skin has been through a lifetime of stories, and it deserves gentle, consistent care. And as you wake up each morning, seeing a little more of the glow you remember, may you also wake up to the simple joy of caring for yourself, just as you are. You've earned it. And who knows, this small, nightly act of self-kindness might become your favorite part of the day. Certain routines become the quiet backdrop of our lives, those small, familiar habits that seem almost automatic. For many older adults, the nightly ritual of washing your face, brushing your teeth, and perhaps glancing at your reflection in the mirror before bed is just another part of winding down. But what do you see in that reflection? And more importantly, how does it make you feel? For Linda, a 72-year-old retired librarian from Ohio, those nightly glances had started to bring more discomfort than comfort. In her younger days, Linda had always had healthy, glowing skin. She didn't wear much makeup and favored simple, gentle cleansers and a good moisturizer. But as she moved through her 60s and into her 70s, something began to change. She noticed small brown spots appearing along her cheekbones, the backs of her hands, and even on her forehead, marks she'd never paid much attention to before. At first, Linda brushed it off as just getting older. Her friends had them, her mother had them, and all the magazines and TV shows seemed to call them by a polite name, age spots. But there was a quiet worry that lingered, a feeling she didn't always voice out loud. She started wearing longer sleeves to church, and in group photos, she'd find herself angling her face away from the camera, hoping to catch the best light. It wasn't vanity, but rather a longing to see the same her she remembered, a face that looked bright, warm, and familiar. So many older adults have this same experience. Maybe you felt it too. Looking in the mirror and seeing not just the years, but the stories those years have written across your skin. It's easy to tell ourselves these changes are normal, to believe that nothing can really be done, and to simply accept them as an unchangeable part of aging. But what if that assumption isn't entirely true? What if there's a simple, gentle way to care for your skin? One that doesn't require expensive creams, harsh chemicals, or invasive treatments. For Linda, that question became the turning point. After all, she had already tried nearly everything. The shelves in her bathroom were a testament to her determination. Tiny jars of vitamin C serum from fancy department stores, over-the-counter creams boasting guaranteed results, and even prescription products from her dermatologist. Some were sticky, some burned her sensitive skin, and most did nothing at all. Maybe this is just how it has to be, she thought, feeling a mix of resignation and disappointment. But then, during a phone call with her daughter, something shifted. Her daughter mentioned a home remedy she'd read about online, a castor oil routine said to help with dark spots. Linda was skeptical at first. Castor oil, she repeated, picturing the thick bottle her mother kept in the back of the medicine cabinet. "Isn't that old-fashioned?" But her daughter reassured her, "Sometimes, the simplest things are the best, Mom. It can't hurt to try." That night, Linda found herself standing in her bathroom, holding a small bottle of pure castor oil. She decided to keep an open mind, following the steps her daughter had sent her. This is where the science becomes important, and where so many people are surprised. Castor oil isn't just a folk remedy or a thing of the past. It's rich in ricinoleic acid, a fatty acid that gives castor oil its powerful moisturizing and healing abilities. When applied to the skin, ricinoleic acid helps to lock in moisture, making the skin softer and more resilient. But castor oil does more than hydrate. It can also support the skin's natural renewal process, encouraging gentle cell turnover and helping to fade the appearance of dark spots over time. In simple terms, castor oil nourishes the skin from the outside in. It creates a soothing, protective barrier and works to calm irritation and redness. For those with mature skin, which is often thinner, more delicate, and more prone to dryness, this gentle approach can make all the difference. Best of all, castor oil is free of fragrances, dyes, and harsh additives that can trigger reactions in sensitive skin. Linda's new routine was straightforward, which was part of what made it so appealing. After her evening wash, she poured a teaspoon of castor oil into her palm, warming it gently between her hands. She then dabbed it onto the dark spots on her face and hands, massaging in slow, circular motions as she listened to her favorite music. The oil felt rich and soothing, no burning, no stinging, just a sense of comfort and care. It was more than just a skin treatment. For Linda, these moments became a kind of meditation, a pause at the end of each day to show herself a little extra kindness. As she performed this nightly ritual, she found herself thinking less about her imperfections and more about the many ways her body had served her through decades of work, motherhood, and adventure. But as comforting as the routine felt, Linda was honest with herself. She didn't expect miracles. She knew that real change takes time, especially for skin that has lived a long, beautiful life. Still, she stuck with it, every night, without fail. About 3 weeks into her new habit, Linda began to notice something subtle but significant. Her skin felt softer each morning, with less of that telltale tightness she'd grown used to. The brown spots along her cheeks and hands seemed a shade lighter, and her overall complexion looked more even. By the end of the first month, her daughter, who saw her every Sunday for lunch, commented that her skin looked glowier, a word that made them both laugh. But the compliment felt real. Linda realized that she was no longer angling away from the camera in family photos. She wore short sleeves again on warm days, and most importantly, she looked in the mirror and saw not just her age, but her whole self, kind, resilient, and yes, beautiful. For those watching or reading this, you might wonder, can something so simple make a difference? The answer, for many, is yes. And the beauty of castor oil is that it isn't a magic potion or a quick fix. It's a gentle, consistent way to give your skin what it needs to renew and repair itself. No complicated routines, no need for special tools or professional treatments. Just a bottle of pure castor oil, a few minutes each night, and the willingness to care for yourself. If you're interested in trying Linda's routine, here's how you can begin. Start with a clean face. Wash gently with a mild cleanser and pat dry. Pour a teaspoon of pure, cold-pressed castor oil into your palm, add a drop or two of vitamin E oil if you like, and rub your hands together to warm the oil. Gently massage it into any areas with dark spots or uneven tone, moving in slow circles. Focus not only on the skin, but on the sense of calm and comfort this ritual brings. Let the oil absorb as you relax, perhaps with a cup of tea or your favorite book nearby. In the morning, simply rinse with warm water and enjoy the feeling of softer, healthier skin. And don't rush. Give it at least 3 or 4 weeks before judging the results. Each person's skin is unique, but the key is consistency and patience. Linda's story isn't an isolated one. There are countless seniors across the country rediscovering confidence and joy through this gentle remedy. What makes Linda's journey especially inspiring isn't just the improvement in her skin. It's the way she learned to see herself with new eyes. As she told her friends, sometimes the best solutions are the ones that bring us back to ourselves, reminding us that we deserve kindness at any age. So, if you're feeling uncertain, remember this. You don't have to accept every change as inevitable, nor do you have to chase after complicated, expensive solutions. Sometimes a little patience, a dash of curiosity, and the willingness to try something simple can open the door to real transformation. Not just for your skin, but for your spirit as well. In the end, what matters most isn't the promise of looking young again, but the quiet assurance that you are worthy of care, comfort, and confidence, today and every day that follows. Your story, like Linda's, is still unfolding. Why not let a little castor oil be part of that journey, helping you greet your reflection with a smile and a sense of gentle pride? So tonight, as you stand before your mirror, remember Linda's story. Remember that each new habit, no matter how small, is a chance to show yourself compassion. Let your nightly routine become more than just a task. Let it be a celebration of the beautiful, ever-changing person you are. And in a few weeks, when you catch yourself smiling at your reflection, you'll know that this gentle act of self-care was never just about fading spots. It was about finding the courage to love the skin you're in, every step of the way. There's a quiet moment each morning that often goes unspoken. The sun streams through your curtains, the world is still soft with the hush of a new day, and you find yourself standing at the bathroom mirror. Maybe you pause for a second longer, studying your reflection, noticing new lines that weren't there last year, maybe a new spot or two along your cheeks or hands. It's a scene that plays out in countless homes across America, especially as we move into our 60s, 70s, and beyond. For many, these small changes feel like the price of all the years we've lived, the laughter and loss, the days spent outdoors, the stories only our skin can tell. Sometimes, it's easy to shrug them off. This is just what happens as we age, we might say, offering a gentle smile to our reflection, or joking with friends about wisdom spots and smile lines. We're told to accept these changes gracefully, to view them as badges of experience. And in many ways, that's true. Every mark and wrinkle is a testament to a life fully lived. But deep down, there's often a quieter wish, one we don't always say out loud, to feel comfortable and confident in our skin, no matter our age. Maybe it's a hope that the face we see each morning will still feel like us, vibrant, familiar, and full of life. Maybe it's the longing to greet ourselves with the same warmth and kindness we've shown to others, not just seeing the years, but also the spirit that carries us forward. So here's a question worth asking. What if those changes aren't just an unchangeable part of growing older? What if there's more you can do, not to erase the story your skin tells, but to help it shine a little brighter, to help you feel good every time you look in the mirror? We often fall into the habit of believing that once a dark spot or wrinkle appears, it's simply here to stay. Many of us try product after product, chasing quick fixes that promise youth in a bottle. But the truth is, your skin is wonderfully alive, always changing, always ready to heal, no matter your age. Science tells us that the skin, even in our later years, continues to renew itself. The process may be slower than when we were 20, but the ability remains. What matters most is how we nurture and support this natural renewal. Let's take a moment to understand what's happening beneath the surface. Over time, our skin becomes thinner and less elastic because it produces less collagen and elastin, the very building blocks that kept it firm and plump in our youth. Combined with a lifetime of sun exposure, hormonal changes, and even the little stresses of everyday living, our skin becomes more prone to discoloration and those pesky dark spots. Hyperpigmentation is simply your body's way of responding to these cumulative changes. Patches of skin where melanin, the natural pigment, becomes more concentrated, often triggered by years of sunshine, small injuries, or even hormonal shifts after menopause. And yet, the answer doesn't have to be complicated or harsh. Too often, the beauty industry tells us we need fancy serums or expensive treatments, when what we truly need is something far gentler, a little patience, a little kindness, and maybe a return to the basics. That's why natural methods like using castor oil can be such a gift. Castor oil has been around for generations. Our mothers and grandmothers might have used it for everything from dry skin to joint aches, and today's science supports what tradition always knew. This oil is rich in ricinoleic acid, which deeply hydrates, calms inflammation, and supports the skin's ability to gently renew itself. When you apply castor oil to your skin, you're doing more than moisturizing. You're helping to build a healthy environment for your skin to naturally repair, to gently fade those dark spots, and to rediscover its natural glow. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 3 below to let me know that you are still here with me. The beauty of this method is in its simplicity. It doesn't require a prescription, a trip to a spa, or a complicated routine. All you need is a small bottle of pure castor oil. Each evening, after you've washed your face, pour a little into your palm and warm it between your hands. Then, with slow, caring motions, massage it onto the areas where you notice dark spots or dryness. Take your time. This isn't just about treating your skin, but also about treating yourself with gentleness. Allow yourself to enjoy the feeling of your own hands, the warmth, the softness. Let this ritual become a gift you give yourself, a reminder that you are worthy of care at every age. If you want, you can add a few drops of vitamin E oil or coconut oil, both well-loved for their nourishing properties. Blend them and make this moment uniquely yours. There's no need for hurry or worry. Your skin will absorb the goodness overnight, working quietly while you rest. And if you ever feel doubt, wondering if it's worth the effort or if real change is possible, remember the stories of others who've walked this path before you. Take Linda, for instance, a grandmother from Minnesota who, after years of trying expensive creams that left her skin dry and uncomfortable, finally turned to castor oil on her daughter's recommendation. Within a few weeks, she noticed not only that her dark spots had faded, but also that her skin felt softer, and her confidence returned. Her nightly routine became a cherished moment of peace and self-respect, a pause to reflect on all her skin had carried her through. You don't have to hope for overnight miracles. Small, steady changes add up. Over weeks and months, you may start to notice a new softness, a gentle brightness, and even a growing sense of joy as you greet your reflection each morning. What's most important isn't the disappearance of every line or spot, but the feeling that you are still beautiful, still vibrant, and still you. So take this as your gentle encouragement. Growing older may change our skin, but it doesn't have to take away our beauty or our confidence. You have every right to feel good about yourself, to honor the journey you've traveled, and to care for your skin in ways that feel kind and natural. Make time for yourself. Let the ritual of caring for your skin become a celebration of all that you are, a tribute to resilience, wisdom, and the simple, enduring power of self-love. Don't let dark spots steal the joy of seeing yourself each day. Instead, let them remind you of your strength and your stories, while you also permit yourself to shine a little brighter. As you begin or continue this gentle routine, remember, you are not defined by the changes in your skin, but by the spirit that shines through. Every mark is a memory, every line a laugh, every spot a page in the story only you can tell. Treat yourself with the same care and tenderness you've shown others over the years. Your reflection is worth celebrating, today, tomorrow, and always. And if you ever doubt it, stand a little closer to the mirror. Look past the spots and lines, and see the kindness in your eyes, the courage in your smile, and the beauty that has always been there, waiting to be seen. Most importantly, by you. As we reach the end of this journey together, let's pause and reflect on what truly matters. Aging is not something to hide or be ashamed of. It is a beautiful chapter of your life, full of stories, lessons, and quiet strength. Each spot or wrinkle is a mark of the days you have loved, laughed, and persevered. But remember, while the world often tells us to simply accept every change, you always have the choice to care for yourself, to nurture your spirit, and to keep discovering new joys, at any age. The gentle routine of using castor oil is more than just a way to care for your skin. It is a nightly promise to honor yourself, to slow down for a moment of peace, and to greet your reflection with a smile. Whether you're just beginning or have already started this journey, know that you are not alone. Across the country, countless others are choosing kindness over criticism, hope over resignation. So, tonight and every night, let your self-care be a celebration of who you are. You deserve to feel confident, radiant, and proud, today and always. And if you found something helpful in this video, I encourage you to share your thoughts or experiences in the comments below. What have you learned? What gentle habit will you try next? Thank you for spending your time here. If you enjoyed this story, please like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss more tips and inspiration for living well at every stage of life. Remember, the best is always yet to come.